Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to Motorsport UK, our second programme here at Brands Hatch. Later in the show we've got racing from the Renault UK Clio Cup. First of all though, those crazy Ginetta Juniors. A big grid has been put together by Ginetta for this year. Let's join them as they reach round 2 of their championship. We've got a rookie on pole position for this one, Zach O'Sullivan, who was second yesterday, first race in the Junior Championship. Who's second, he's on pole position for this one. Lorcan Hannafin is Douglas Motorsport teammate alongside, and it's all Richardson on row 2, Will Martin and James Taylor. James Headley, the winter champion, and Casper Stevenson on row 3. Then it's Gus Burton and Theo Edgerton. Ben O'Hare with Harry Dyson, Ethan Hawkey and Tom Empson on row 6. Robin Belinsky and Joel Pearson next up from Josh Rattican and scholarship winner Ethan Brooks. Then Charlie McLeod and Freddie Tomlinson. Ben Kasperzak and Bailey Voisin next from Frankie Taylor and Daniel Gale, who was the top rookie in the Winter Series. Then it's Will Rochford and Molly Dodd. Massive grid that Ginetta have attracted, completed by Haytham Caragiuli. So that front row of the grid, Zach O'Sullivan, a rookie, he's the youngest driver on the grid, and he's got pole position and the second position in race number 1, and he's well back. He doesn't want to impinge as Mr. Plato did in the touring cars. Oh, better not get controversial. Lorcan Hannafin is his teammate alongside, and then on row 2, Will Martin, the Sussex youngster, and James Taylor, scholarship winner of race number 1, is away. Great start from James Taylor in black. And he's made a look around the outside of Will Martin, but it was a better start by Hannafin, who gets away in the 23 car. O'Sullivan on the inside. Martin, look at James Taylor in black around the outside. This is the dodgy moment, though, when they go into paddock. Thought there might have been some bunching and contact, but they all survive it. But it's Hannafin out front at the moment. Look at Will Martin. He's already lost the mirror on that car, but he's gone up into second place.
Excellent work there. Look, and Hannafin straight into the lead. But look at that bunching in the mid-pack. And you can see people making lunges down to Graham Hill Bend. It's just getting done. We've got a car around. There's James Headley.
Yeah, James Headley, I think that is, that's got away. Gus Burton in the light blue car with white stripes. He's having problems as well, and that's as he comes back onto the track. Problem for the 57 on the outside line as well. We've got the 22 car, which is Bailey Voisin, the man from Switzerland. The 35 car of Ben Kasperzak, late entries to the championship, so I'm wondering whether we're going to get an early safety car here. But as they come across the line, it's the man who qualified in second place, Lorcan Hannafin. There's Gus Burton, and all of the sponsorship money that Gus is getting is going to charity. Fair play to him, and he's down the family. And sadly, Ethan Brooks, the scholarship winner, is out of the race, as they're having problems. Is Casper Stevenson, the Richardson Racing youngster, who's coming in now, and a dive up the inside here. That was Zach O'Sullivan looking up the inside. We've got a safety car, and he tags Theo Edgerton, who was mighty impressive yesterday. O'Sullivan faces the wrong way. Edgerton, who was on the rookie podium yesterday, with second place behind Sullivan. So those two cars involved there, both the top 2 rookies yesterday.
Oh, a bit of a squeeze, but still he should have backed out of that maybe. I didn't know if there's yellow flags waving a bit further round, Drew. It's saying there's a safety car out, Richard, but I'm not too sure how that was just a bit of an experience maybe from both of the guys there, and a really sorry state of affairs for the first racing lap. A lot of cars there. This is going to take a while to move this.
Marshals with so much work to do as they have to in these conditions from time to time. And let's have a look again and see as they come. This is the shot as they come down into Graham Hill Bend, and Gus Burton, the furthest car off, the 67th car of James Headley. Winter champion James Headley, that's going to be an early dent in his championship home. Through goes Haytham Caragiuli at the back of the field.
That was a real chain reaction just from Headley having a moment. Couldn't really see what happened to Headley. Oh, Headley goes off on his... Oh, right, OK. So there was a lot of confusion in the middle of the pack, and then they're all trying to get back on, and they're all tapping each other, and the cars are going from left to right. And there's just so much going on. Big hits for a lot of cars. That's going to take that really is going to take a while to get back going.
It is. A lot of the scholarship finalists sadly involved in that scholarship competition that Ginetta run in the October half term to get a fully funded drive away. That's the problem for the Douglas Motorsport man. That guy there has had no luck at all over the first couple of seasons. 57 car Gus Burton, 16-year-old from Kelvedon.
Right, that was Headley got turned round.
Yep.
He got turned round by, is that Gus Burton?
That is Gus Burton. Yeah,
so Gus Burton had his nose inside Headley, and then as Gus Burton's come back on track, this is James Headley that you can see, a bit further up, when he's come back on track, it's just caused a bit of a chain reaction. Typical first lap bit of action. Bit of a shame that, but it did look like coming down to Graham Hill Bend. Watch the car with the blue front, the light blue front. That's Gus Burton. Bit of a late lunge. He's probably locked up. He's turned Headley round. Headley's now out of the way. Burton goes around the back of him, but as everybody's trying to move out the way, they're all turning across the front of each other, and cars just off left, right and centre, and a bit further up there, Richard, that's when they all start firing into each other, and they're passengers then, and it's a real shame.
The lights are out though, and we are about to go Ginetta Junior Racing again. So Scott Stringfellow piloting the safety car. Look at Hannafin getting ready to go. Look at these top three though. Hannafin. Then we've got Will Martin, James Taylor, and Ben O'Hare in the Premiership Racing Academy is up into 4th place. Now, this meeting last year was his first ever race car meeting, having only driven a car on a beach before, and he's up in 4th position, looking for a great result for his dad's team. We're going to go racing again here at Brands Hatch. Douglas Motorsports, Hannafin out front, Martin in 2nd place, another scholarship runner from a couple of years ago, and he's having a look, goes wide into Paddock Hill Bend. Is he going to go for the cut back down the inside? O'Hare in the red car is running in 4th place. James Taylor, yesterday's race winner, is in 3rd. It's a much more orderly, we say, at the moment, restart, and they've done well. O'Hare now looking for a podium position. Outside line endurance for him. Doesn't quite work out. He's going to be looking in his mirrors. The red and white car at the back is Roman Beliński, half Polish, only knows one word of Polish.
You told me this as well. Watering can. Oh no, he's not going to do well with the watering can there, is he? He's gone wide.
No, he's come back another. He was in the Winter Championship, was Robin there, and you can see the R on the side, run by In2 Racing, and chasing Harry Dyson in the 20 car. And all we can do to tell the 2 Premiership Racing Academy cars is the numbers, because they're identical liveries. Hannafin, though, stretching the lead out a little bit, and there is O'Hare off. That's a shame from 4th position.
Oh, what a shame. It's so easy to run out. It's got that rear bumper has fell off. That could be a safety car if they don't move that. If all the cars get out of the way, a brave Marshall. Look at your man, the Marshall, firing across the track. If he gets that, he is a lad. If
what
that's a lad, then fair play. But, fair play to you, mate.
That's why. Yeah, it's the help for Heroes cars, isn't it? But the Marshalls are heroes as well. Well done, guys.
Brilliant stuff. Look at that. The leaders now coming down to Graham Hill Bend, and we've got the track clear. Great, that's kept the racing going. But this race ain't over yet. I know it's only just started, but Will Martin will fancy this.
Yeah, he will. Want to have a go now. So it's Hannafin, Martin, James Taylor, Tom Empson in 4th place. Theo Edgerton coming up, one of the top rookies. We're looking for Edgerton to be rookie champion this year. There he is in the white, blue and yellow Tayrock backed car, followed by Harry Dyson, who fancies a move as well. And great to see the Premiership Racing Academy team up towards the sharp end. Is Dyson going to have a look down the inside line? Beliński is in behind them as well, followed by Frankie Taylor in the 32 car. He's a little way back at the moment, but another rookie is Taylor, and on perhaps for a podium. And you're spotted there.
Have we got rain coming down? Because a lot of the guys, wipers are on half the cars here. So Beliński having a look now at trying to get that place back, and he's looking pretty quick. There's a lot of stories in this race, isn't there? They're quite still bunched up.
Yeah, we've got Headley behind Beliński now, so Headley's come up into 8th position. Remember, it was 14th at the safety cars. This is a good point. There's a 67 car. Tradition tells us that the winter champion wins the preceding winter champion wins the outright championship. So there's a little bit of pressure on James Headley after a really character-building weekend for him here in, I think it was November, where he came through. But you can't really pile that pressure on these youngsters. So to win the winter, you've got to win this. There are so many drivers that can win it as Will Martin starts to close in. But Headley here doing a really good job recovering from that first start and not that far away. So O'Hare's got a penalty. He was out of the action just a little bit as we watch Beliński now trying to close down on Dyson again.
Beliński's got a toe there in the background. He's going to be your man. So a battle now, and look at this. We've got Battle Taylor trying to fend off the 27 car of Tom Empson, and these guys are getting close. It looks like everyone's having a real good battle, and it's still greasy out there. Logan Hannafin starting to defend for Will Martin, and the 66 car there, Taylor. Again, look at this, he's right with him now. Martin in P2, he's going to have a look. Is he down at Graham Hill Bend? It's difficult, he goes wide. Can he cut back? Watch the wet curves. But Logan Hannafin doing a great job. Now it's a four-way.
Yeah, the others are coming into it as well. Watch the 66 of James Taylor. Managed to get a sponsor. It was looking doubtful when we had the Ginetta presentations for last season this January, whether he's going to get it all together, but he's got a company involved, and he's having a very entertaining time with that company, all their employees coming through and enjoying the racing. But look at Empson here in a very good position in 4th place. Quartet for the lead, about to come out of Clark Curve onto the Bradham Straight once again here, and it's Hannafin under big pressure from Will Martin, then James Taylor. Taylor may be the more experienced of this group, but watch this now. Here comes, is it going to be William the Conqueror? Round the outside, the man from Batley Sussex goes wide, and he loses out. Is he going to stay on the road? He does. 4th position, not the end of the world for him.
Not the end of the world. He lives to fight another day, and do you know what? Fair play to him, but Taylor gives him a tap there. Empson recovers. Top lad, but there you can see Will Martin now down in P4, and do you know what? Fair play. He could have went through the gravel, ended the race, but he kept it on, and he'll live to fight another day. This is not over, and Lorcan Hannafin is going to be looking in his big mirrors for a long time. James Headley trying to get round the outside of people. He just lost another couple of places.
He has, yeah, involved in that battle with Robin Belinsky, but here we come then through the up in towards Clearways, and this is Theo Edgerton up ahead of Belinsky. Edgerton, the top rookie at the moment, top first-year driver, and then just behind them we've got Frankie Taylor, a little way back actually from that group, Taylor, but Hannafin's still up front.
And just pointing at the time screens, James Headley's going to make a move, and he's just at the back on Belinsky. I reckon he'll be down the inside. He's got 6 more minutes left. He's a second quicker than anyone.
There he goes.
He's now up to P7. I would like to put. I'd like to put a bet on and say he's going to win.
Oh, someone's had. Now, where's that bodywork come from, or was that just sitting there from earlier on? It's the. Is it the back end of another of the Premier Racing Academy cars there? Harry Dyson in the number 20 car, still running in 5th place, but there was more than that on track, surely.
Yeah, it looked like the underneath and the whole rear bodywork of another car. But I can see Lorcan Hannafin in the lead is going to back everyone up, and Headley, if he keeps his head, he could pass a load of these guys, because he's at least a second quicker at the minute, because he's just catching everybody up. But the leader again, Empson, now in P2, is just going to try and get the undercut. Oh, Lorcan is now starting to defend big time, and these two guys, look at this, a 3-way now. This is going to be so close, Richard.
Let's see what Tom Empson can do, the 16-year-old from Folkestone. This is his home race, but look at James Taylor, the Yorkshireman in black, goes high wide into Paddock Hill Bend to have a challenge as well. 3 cars for the lead at the moment. The 4th will want to get back involved here as Will Martin regroups after his little off earlier on. Dyson still back in 5th, then Headley, but it's Hannafin still there at the moment, soaking up the pressure in fine style. Round the outside goes Will Martin and Druids. Speculative look for him. Not as much grip as he would like out there. And he's going to just about hang on to 4th place at the moment, but putting the pressure on is Harry Dyson in 5th position. But again, Hannafin still holds on to this. Headley still with the fastest lap. Earlier incident here. You were right, it was that 20 car on the underneath, well spotted.
Yeah, just the underneath, and I think the wheel arch as well, maybe. It won't cause any massive problems, but it's just the wheel arch on it, which is a shame. But look how slow Lorcan Hannafin is out of Clearways. He's backing the other guys up, so this is a real fight for the 3rd place guys, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. But look at this now, Empson's got the run. Empson has the run in P2, this is it.
Here he goes out to the outside line. James Taylor is going to follow him wide as well. Empson's going to have a look. Is he going to go for the cutback on the inside line here as they come out of Paddock Hill Bend and down toward Tailwoods? He's got his nose in front. He's got the overlap here. So it's Empson 27. He's going up into the lead, looking for his first win in Ginetta Juniors. Empson the leader. Down to 2nd goes Lorcan Hannafin. 3rd place is still James Taylor. Taylor might be in the position he said he wanted to be in yesterday. He led pretty much from start to finish yesterday in the wet, and he said the pressure was so immense when you know that in the closing stages drivers want to go past you on that last lap. He's in the box seat here, possibly.
They are. I think the top 7 are in the box seat here, because anything can happen, and this ain't going to be cute. Oh no!
Oh, little tap on the back end of the 20 car. Will Martin, nothing malicious meant in that. But to spin around for the 20 car, Edgerton goes through, Belinsky goes through as well. We've got Ethan Hawkey coming through as well. Roman's going to recover. There's Ethan Hawkey in blue as they come down the straight. Empson now under pressure from Hannafin. This is, of course, taking the pressure off Hannafin because he is now the hunter rather than the hunted. But look at the 66 car in the mix as well. Hannafin looking keen here. The Douglas Motorsport man goes to the outside line. He's all over the back of the 27. This is bringing James Taylor back into play as well. Last year's scholarship champion in the Yes car is having a very good go. Will Martin still in 4th. James Headley's in 5th behind him. It's a battle for 4th place between those two. And this is great junior racing again. Cat and mouse between these 5 drivers for the win. Empson in the 27 car, home tarmac. He's going to have loads of friends, family and supporters here cheering him on. The 23 car, man from Guiseley, Lorcan, Hannafin, 16-year-old as well, and then James Taylor, who is now, I think, starting to build up a bit of momentum.
Yeah, he's definitely in the tow. Lorcan is just starting to creep backwards into Taylor, and Taylor now has got a good run in P3. Watch P3, he's gonna have to make him go outside and inside. Look at that, Lorcan shows his nose, but he can't get down the inside, can he? Empson with a masterclass in overtaking and defending there, brilliant. But Headley, wide as you like, and now he's trying to come up into P4, and it's all go, but this is brilliant junior racing.
Absolutely superb. Headley trying to get up from 5th into 4th place and maybe have a crack at the podium, and he may well do that. Still 1:30 on the clock. Empson holding his nerve, holding the lead as Hannafin did in the early stages of this race. James Taylor is in 3rd. Martin makes a little mistake, goes wide. No second invitation needed for the 67 car to come through and up into 4th place. Martin will rue that, but he'll learn from it for future races. The Sussex youngster. Meanwhile, it's the Kentish man up front at the moment, Tom Empson. Is he going to hang on to this one? We're just trying to work out how many more laps we go. Possibly about to go on to the last lap when they cross the line. We'll get confirmation of that for you. This is looking relatively settled at the moment, but it's 1.2 miles around this Indy circuit at Brands, and this is junior racing. Anything can happen. It
can, and don't count out Headley in P4 in that 67 car, the white car in position 4. He's been quicker than everybody, and Will Martin goes straight on.
He did, didn't he? Let's see, he's through the gravel. This is what he nearly did earlier on. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going! Rejoins. The rulebook says you rejoin safely. Needed to get back on track. He's and that's James Taylor. James Taylor's off the track. So it's a two-way battle for the lead now, and Empson under pressure. Empson under pressure. Hannafin in 2nd place. We didn't see why he went through, but now look at James Headley. He's got through from 14th at the safety car into 3rd. He's in a podium position, the winter champion, and it's going to see how this plays out between these two. Headley's trying to close in. And now Hannafin's on the inside line. Hannafin's coming through, side by side with Empson. It's going to be a run to the flag. And keep your eyes on Headley as well. Side by side, onto the main straight here, down towards the checkered flag of the Judicature. And Empson's come back. Empson's got the run, but look at Headley going up into P2. Headley 2nd. Empson wins his first junior race. Lorcan Hannafin in 3rd. What a race for that trio.
Wow, what a race. An opening race live for the Ginetta Juniors. That was amazing. And now Hannafin's on the inside line. Hannafin's coming through, side by side with Empson. It's going to be a run to the flag. And keep your eyes on Headley as well. Side by side, onto the main straight here, down towards the checkered flag of the Judicature. And Empson's come back. Empson's got the run, but look at Headley going up into P2. Headley 2nd. Empson wins his first junior race. Lorcan Hannafin in 3rd.
Here's the result, round 2 of the Michelin Ginetta Junior Championship. Tom Empson, his first win. So it's an elite 1-2 because James Headley was 2nd. Lorcan Hannafin, after a great race 2, finishes in 3rd. Theo Edgerton, top rookie. He was 4th from Ethan Hawke and Harry Dyson. Josh Rattican in 7th place, was 2nd in the rookies. Then it was Will Martin in 8th place. Zach O'Sullivan was next up in the rookies. A good recovery for Zach. Frankie Taylor completing the top 10 for SVG. Roman Belinsky 11th from Charlie McLeod. Then it was Ben O'Hare, his teammate from Daniel Gale. Freddie Tomlinson in 15th from Will Rochford. Molly Dodd in 17th from Haytham Karajuli. The drivers having problems, James Taylor and Casper Stevenson there, and also Gus Burton, Joel Pearson, Ethan Brooks, Ben Kasperzak and Bailey Voisin.
Tom, you've had to wait for this victory, but you did it in some style, didn't you?
Yeah, it was amazing. Coming from 12th as well, it's such a great effort, and it was amazing.
At what point down the main straight did you actually think you'd got it won? Because I don't know what the rear view out of one of these Ginettas is like, but you were basically surrounded there.
Yeah, I don't really know. I was just waiting for a gap. Every lap we were going down this main straight, just side by side. It was just whenever a gap was opened, and it was the perfect time, so I just went for it.
Winning it would just seem the ultimate goal, and like it just seems a bit too lucky to win it, you know what I mean? But seconds is obviously a really good result. It's like, I think we were like 14th at the start, so I was really playing for a safety car, but I think that was a good drive by us. The team did well to prepare the car, and it's just a really good drive.
After the safety car, I was trying to make a gap, and then Tom came past going into paddock, and then coming up to Druids, I sort of had to defend from Jace Taylor behind, and then on the last lap I thought I might as well go for it. I've got nothing else to lose, so I just dived down the inside. Wasn't quite hard enough, so he managed to sort of stay on the outside, and then Headley just came and got the undercut on me as well, so it's close enough though.
The championship standings after Brands Hatch look like this. James Headley leads by 9 points from Tom Emson. Theo Edgerton top rookie ahead of Zach O'Sullivan. Lorcan Hannafin is 5th from James Taylor and Will Martin. Josh Rattican is 8th from Harry Dyson. Ethan Hawkey completes the top 10. Sadly, 2019 is the final season of Clio Cup racing in the UK, but the championship is still highly regarded and seen as the ideal training ground for future touring car racers. Jack Young, who won last year's international finale at Paul Ricard, is tipped to be a front runner this year, with the likes of Max Coates and Jade Edwards also keen to grab the headlines. Round 2 of the championship coming up right after the break. So pole position going to Max Coates, the young Yorkshireman, with Jack Young alongside. He's the top graduate, but that's the category for the younger drivers. Brett Lidsey and Ethan Hamilton on row 2. Ben Davies, welcome back to him, with another Ben Colburn on row 3. Aaron Thompson back with us as well. He switches to Westbourne Motorsport on row 4, with Anton Spires making a very welcome return too. Jade Edwards on row 5 with newcomer Finlay Robinson, and Luke Waugh for Specialised Motorsport completing the grid.
I've just looked out the window and someone's in the gravel coming out of Graham Hill.
That's Ethan.
It is, isn't it? He's supposed to be starting 4th, isn't he?
He's got the onboard camera.
Oh, let's hope he can just try and get out of that gravel there, because he's obviously trying to warm his tyres up. And we'll see what happened. But warming his tyres up, as you can see, quite aggressively as well, as he's coming out of Graham Hill. Lost the rear there, which is, there he should have been a little bit more careful once he lost it once, and then it's gone again.
Ethan Hamilton making it around, and I'm assuming he's going to be marshalled to the back of the field. Let's have a look.
No, I think he's going to go down the grass.
You do?
Yeah. And into position. So his left-hand side of his car, the bit that he needs, is now wet, and he's going to have to try and go into paddock. But we're going to get underway now.
Yeah, here we go then, round 2 of the championship. Remember, Max Coates on pole, red and white, won the first race from the blue car of Jack Young, the Belfast-based youngster who gets a very good start indeed from 3rd on the grid. Brett Lidsey's got away well too, but it's Jack Young round the outside, heading them here clearly from Max Coates in the 71 car. Second place, Lidsey gets it all sideways. Thankfully, not too crowded behind them, but they all managed to survive that, Lidsey included. Ben Davies trying to come through as well. We've got a car on the grid as well, which I think is Finlay Robinson, who didn't make the start. Sadly, the newcomer, so safety car is going to be scrambled for that, but it might be too late for him in terms of their first contact or first sight of it. Our safety car is out. Very well scrambled, very well done by the race officials to get that. That was a very quick decision made, and perfectly made by the race officials to get the safety car out to deal with the stranded car.
100%. That was an amazing bit of lightning reactions there from the organisers to get that car out.
People are always too quick to criticise the organisers, but BARC and all the organising clubs have the best interests of spectators and racers in mind. And that was a superly, very well executed decision.
Exactly, especially with that car there parked on the grid there, or just past the grid. He's obviously had a bit of an issue. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe something's failed and he couldn't carry on, because he was, I think Robinson started in 10th place, so it's quite a few, 5 rows back from where he is now, and there's definitely some sort of issue. But great call. It's all safe now, but great start from Young. Look at this. We'll see what happened again now. Young gets off the line. Let's see what further back, see what happens to Robinson. He got away, but then something has happened. I don't know whether he's popped a drive shaft or something, and he just didn't carry on moving. But look at that, perfectly timed. And look at Lidsey, great save. He's got some amazing car control, that boy, and managed to get on the power at the perfect time. That'll help get some heat into the rears as well. So hopefully we'll see him come back through the field. Let's see Hamilton, who we were on board with. He obviously got back to the grid eventually, but got away quite nicely. Went with Lidsey there, as you can see. He's gone with the lead pack, and And then you see now Lidzi, as he's tried to turn in, it's a little bit cold and wet out there, and he's kept the front wheels spinning, and that puts Hamilton up to third. So he got away lightly after that off that he had on the green flag lap.
Yeah, waiting to find out what's going to happen to Hamilton for going through and taking his position. It didn't really interfere with anything as such. There's Aaron Thompson in the 41. We're all clear.
Yeah, it looks like we're go. So Young's away now, so Coates in second, Hamilton third. I think we've got Colbert in fourth. Thompson's had a good start, he's up to fifth.
We are back racing here at Brands Hatch after the safety car, and Jack Young, who was the international finale winner. We had a big final at Paul Ricard at the end of last season, and the Brits went over there and did so well. Thompson, to Colbert, his teammate, that's going to go well. Thankfully avoidance again for the rest of the field.
Yeah, that was a late move from Thompson, got down the inside and then unfortunately made a little bit of contact. Thompson's got a bit of damage on his front bumper as well, but yeah, like you said, Davies did well to avoid that because that could have been a horrendous accident, but Young still attacking hard. There we go, Colburn, he's just trying to get it started again because he shouldn't have too much damage. Let's watch it again. We'll see the leaders go through, then we'll see Thompson make the move. Nice move, but then unfortunately had a bit of a moment himself, and then as he got on the power, he just collected Colburn. Look at that, got on the power, managed to get it straight again, but I think he just stalled it.
Yeah. Incidentally, we've got a drive-through penalty for Ethan Hamilton for coming through the field as we would have expected. There's the view of that with Thompson again. Oh, that was so thankfully. Again, nothing as a result, not thankfully for Colburn that he's had the spin. Obviously, we want to see him racing. Yeah, but that could have been nasty.
Davies went onto the green painted bit, managed to safety car again because for some reason Colburn can't get it started and going again. So I thought he might have got away with that.
Yeah, Renault putting some extra money back into the championship in terms of spares this year for each round as well, aren't they? So that looks like that's going to come in handy for a few drivers. Yeah,
I think there's a few people that need some extra bits after this race, especially Thompson with his front bumper hanging off. You can just see he's in fourth now. But yeah, Ethan Hamilton, we're on board with Hamilton. He's got a drive-through penalty for his I think it must be something to do with him taking his position after going off and being almost a lap down. But yeah, you can see here it's for this. He's come round. He's supposed to join at the back, but he's driven down the grass into position. To be honest, most drivers would have done that, but unfortunately it's against the rules.
Yeah.
Look at Young, he's just trying to time it right. He gets on the throttle as he comes out of clearways. You can see Coates has gone with him. You've got Lidzi as well in third. Lidzi was another guy that went out to do the race at Paul Ricard. He finished fifth. He's in third now. Let's see if he can go with these two.
Here we go, racing again here at Brands Hatch in the Renault UK Clear Cup, the second race of the weekend. Hamilton's not taken his drive through yet. He'll incur the wrath of the officials if he doesn't go through, so he's still there at the moment in third position. It's Aaron Thompson looking for his first Clio podium in fourth, and he's likely to inherit that if he can stay there, but he's got pressure behind from Ben Davies, the former supercar racer as well. Brett Lidzi in the mix as well, just up ahead of Davies. Jade Edwards had a super run yesterday in very tricky conditions from the back into fifth place, and it was a battle for third, fourth and fifth position that Jade Edwards was involved with. It was absolutely a thrilling race, battles everywhere, including a battle for the leaders. We look at Thompson again, Aaron Thompson, the former Fiesta Junior champion, coming under pressure here from Brett Lidzi. Thompson runs a little bit wide. Hamilton's coming into pit lane, and as a result,
got the move.
He has got the move through, across the line and into third place goes Brett Lidzi. He's actually the second highest in the points from last year, returning driver.
Really, look at the damage as well that Thompson's got. So poor Hamilton with this drive-through penalty. He's losing a lot of time, but look at this. Thompson is trying to come back at Lidzi now. Lidzi in third, Thompson fourth, Davies as well in fifth. And then further behind we've got like you say, Edwards, who had a great race yesterday. She's now up to sixth place. She managed to get past Anton Spires. As you can see them coming through Graham Hill. There's enough heat in these tyres now, and as long as it doesn't rain, they should be safe. It's all about keeping heat in the rear tyres, which they've all got now, so none of them should be having big moments unless they get tagged. But look at that great livery, isn't it?
Famous last words when you say things like that.
Yeah,
especially in clear racing. We'll see how it does actually work out. But good to see Anton Spires back with Westbourne as well. Late entry. Two or three other drivers I think we'll see over the course of the season. But here come the two leaders. It is the Belfast youngster out front, and then Max Coates from Lidzi and Thompson. There's the damage on Aaron Thompson's car. Is that going to hamper him at all? Obviously, you can't see what's mechanical damage, but...
No, I don't think there's any mechanical damage. I think it's just the light and the front bumper that's hanging down, which will obviously not make it as aerodynamic as we'd like, but it's not too bad. You can see Davis is now chasing down at Thompson. I spoke to Thompson before this race, and he was much more confident going into this race because they've made a few setup changes to make it a little bit less understeery, but he definitely looks a lot racier now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, looking very good indeed. So Thompson goes through. Thompson, one of a number of drivers who in qualifying said, I would have been on pole, but I was a bit of a pussy in sector 2. How many drivers tell me? They all say that sort of thing. They all would have been on pole.
Yeah,
Aaron's
exactly.
a good lad, though. Great personality.
Yeah.
8 foot tall. I remember him when he was a little with Mum and Dad racing many years ago.
He's a big lad, isn't he? But, yeah. He enjoys his racing. Oh, look at Coates as he goes through turn 1, hits that curb and gets a bit of air.
Young's got his under control.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's definitely got it under control. He actually thought he had it under control yesterday. He was telling me that after the race, he thought there's a battle here as we're going through. Druid's got Thompson, Davis. Edwards has now got moved on Davis there, but Davis has got the inside as we're coming down the hill, so he should keep Jade behind on this occasion, but that means he's lost time to Thompson. Yeah,
he has indeed. So Thompson getting away, and now we've got Anton Spires coming up into the mix as well. Spires is going to have a look at the inside, so too does Jade Edwards. They go into the left-hander at Surtees, right-hand into McLaren, then into Clearways. There's a gap on the inside. Here comes Jade Edwards. Great move up the inside. And Jade, one of the fan favourites from last year, dogged determination to continue last year, and it's been a real struggle for her, and indeed many other drivers, of course, this year, but thanks to Team Large, she's been able to get on the grid, and their faith in her being restored with that great manoeuvre there, great bit of racing with Ben Davis.
Exactly, yeah, and she got a great result yesterday with 5th place, and she said she could have probably gone for 4th, but after the year she had last year, she just wanted to get some good points, some good solid points in the first round, and that's exactly what she did, and now she's got some even more points, back in 5th again. Now she's going to go and chase down Thompson, who she was having some great battles with Thompson last year, if you remember right.
They did, didn't they? Absolutely spot on, I remember that, and yeah, they've had some good battles over the time in Clio Cup, so Thompson's still there in 4th. It's Young, Coates and Lidsey. Young with the fastest lap of the race at the moment, so for a second in yesterday's race, Phil.
What I was saying about Young earlier is he was telling me that he thought he had one more lap to go in the race, so he was just timing it perfectly, and he was going to do it on the last lap, last corner, just to go for the win, but he timed it wrong, or he didn't look at his board properly, but he thought there was one more lap, and unfortunately didn't get the win that he thought he was going to get, but Coates got it, Coates deserved it, he did a great job yesterday. He's obviously an experienced Clio driver, and these guys were both teammates out in that race at Paul Ricard, so they worked together very well, and it looks like they're working together at the minute to pull away from the rest of the field.
There's a lot of camaraderie and character in this paddock this year. I mean, you mentioned the numbers, but there's no shortage of character. And those two, as you say, worked together, went out to France, that international Ferrari, worked together. They get on very well at the moment.
Yeah.
And different personalities. Coates, we gave a lot of stick last year, didn't we, about his dad saying tidying his room and getting a girlfriend and all that sort of stuff. Young, go and talk to him. He's so laid back, isn't he? Still at school, studying.
If you go and talk to him, you'd struggle to understand him, to be honest. I do.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Northern Irish accent, actually. But he's just so laid back, isn't he? And
he's so cool, yeah. He enjoys life, he enjoys his racing. He doesn't look like he's that bothered about anything, but he's seriously interested in winning. He's seriously interested in trying to win the challenge. Here we go, we've got Thompson and Edwards coming up the hill as they go up to Druids now. Edwards on the outside, Thompson on the inside. He's going to be able to squeeze her slightly. She's got to tuck up behind him again and have the run down into Graham Hill. This is bringing Davis into the race. He's on the outside. Edwards has that one covered. Let's see if she can chase Thompson down again.
A couple of weeks ago, I did see a manoeuvre successfully executed around the outside of Graham Hill, Ben, but it was a very gentlemanly defence from the guy on the inside. That was in the Porsche Racing Drivers Association. They both wanted to take their cars home in one bit. It was a good, clean, fair bit of driving. It's like Mick Hull who pulled off the move, but there was no way at this level that they were going to see it. Here's the move again. Jade on the outside line. Aaron Thompson in white, nearest to camera in the 41 car. The Essex boy on the inside line. Look at the lock up there as he goes into Druids. Jade working hard to try and make the outside work, but then all of a sudden she's got Davis all over her.
Yeah, and I'd like to see what happened going into paddock there, because she was actually in front of Thompson coming out of paddock, so she obviously went for the outside line, but outside moves.
Literally a little bit of a
Thompson's got a problem.
Thompson has got a problem.
Yeah.
Slows down. Edwards passed. Through two goes Ben Davis, and also now Anton Spires is going to make the move as well. Is Thompson going to be able to recover from that? It's still got a little bit of speed.
I wonder what happened there. It's not like it's not normal to have a missed gear because it's all a paddle shift gearbox.
Yeah.
So unless he's just over revved it a bit and missed the gear, or I don't know, something went wrong, didn't it? But Edwards now up to 4th.
Yeah, this could be another good result, another career best in the offing here for Jade Edwards. But watch Davis, who cut his teeth in the British Supercar Championship with his brother. He was telling us about the fact that they had DRS a couple of years before Formula One in the supercars.
Yeah, he was telling us that at breakfast money. Yeah, it's very interesting. Those are quick things, those 250 gearbox carts.
Look at this, here comes Max Coates round the outside. Coates had fastest lap. He's used that momentum now and goes round the outside of Jack Young. They're side by side. Here we come into Paddock Hill Bend. Coates is on the outside. Young on the inside has got the line. Coates is going to go back for the cutback on the inside, and it's still Young that holds on to it. Coates was quicker across the line. He was just ahead as they went across the line, but it is Young who still leads this one. Remember, there is extra points in the championship for laps led in the Clio Cup, and again, same format as last year. You can drop a score, but not at the last event. It's going to encourage everybody, if it's not sewn up before, to come to Brands Hatch for that finale at the end of the year. But what a battle for the lead.
Yeah, Young must have made some sort of mistake coming out of Clearways, because definitely Coates got a really good run. Or maybe Coates has just looked after his tyres better, and that's allowing him to chase him down at the end of this race. We've still got a few laps left, but Young looks like he's got this one covered. He defended well there. He managed to keep Coates to the outside as they went into paddock, but Coates isn't giving up, is he?
Yeah, super stuff, isn't it? If you're wondering what happened to last year's champion, Paul Rivette, incidentally, he's racing in the British Truck Racing Association Championship this year. There was almost a temptation to come back and go for another crown, but he'd had a little dabble in trucks before, so he's moved on to that. But back with his super battle for the lead. Coates still there, chasing hard. Jack Young is there, still in lead position, but an absolute fight between these two. This is what we expected coming into this weekend.
It certainly is, especially after these guys doing so well out of Europe. But here we go. Oh, he's run a bit wide. Look at that. He's run into the gravel. That's allowed Coates to get the run on him. That's why he's got back to the outside, because Young got it covered early enough so that he didn't get down the inside. If Coates managed to get to the inside there, he would be leading this race right now. We see they've got a black and white flag as well for car 41. Thompson, yeah, maybe that's track limits, or maybe that's something to do with the damage that he's got at the front of his car, which they deem it as dangerous, and so that front light was just hanging out a little bit. Look at Coates though, he's thinking about it, isn't he? He's thinking about throwing it down the inside, but Young has got this race under control.
He has at the moment. Coates just slightly quicker on that last tour. There goes Jade Edwards through. Then we have got Davis and Spires, who've put a bit of gap between themselves and Aaron Thompson at the moment. Luke Waugh in behind there. Wide moment from Spires, who's busy challenging Davis here and now. Here comes Thompson back into the mix as well. Thompson's second white car looks up the inside line. That's going to be the outside for Graham Hill Bend. Back with the leaders. Jack Young still there from Max Coates. These two having a good ding-dong battle at the moment. Coates knows that, I think if you look at the last 4 or 5 laps, he's been quicker on each of those, even excluding the one where we saw the race leader have that little moment as Thompson has another look at trying to get past Anton Spires, his teammate.
Yeah, he's definitely having a good battle with Spires. It looks like he's got the inside line now, and Spires runs a little bit wide to give him space. Thompson now on the inside. He'll have the inside and coming up to paddock. They need to make sure they don't have any contact there. You can see Spires trying to squeeze him. Thompson on the inside. He should have this move done as they come into paddock.
Yeah, it's going to be job done. I think Spires will have a look at the outside line if he's got the grip that goes through. So Thompson now back into that 6th position, and still got that little warning over the black and white flag. So the clerk of the course will be watching. Spires looks on the outside line as they go through Druids. He's going to have another go. Whatever that blip was for Thompson's car seems to be okay, but he has lost a little bit of ground on Edwards and Davis ahead of him.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Very strange, but yeah, the car looks fine now. But look at them, they're still going hard at this race with Young still leading. Coates is chasing hard. There's a few laps there. We've got 4 laps left now, so let's just see if Coates can reel him in one more time to have another battle. There's a little bit of a slipstream as you go down this straight, but then you've got to try and outbrake into a very bumpy braking zone into paddock. Then you come down the hill, you've got to keep the lock on as you come out of paddock so you don't run it wide into the gravel. Then you've got to go for an early apex that you can see they're going quite early. They hook the inside, they then try and get the rotation of the car to get the wheel straight as you come out of the corner. Then you're coming back down to Graham Hill, very difficult corner. You've got to make sure you don't drop a wheel on the way into the corner, and especially on the way out, because we know we have track limits issues around any MSV circuit. This is pretty much flat out as you go through over the curb, through Surtees, then right into the final corner. You can see Thompson still keeping Spires behind him.
Yeah, he's holding on to that position, and more importantly, of course, those points that he will need. We're going to see Clio's racing at 9 of the 10 events this year. Little flash there from Coatsy. That's not going to work, is it, on Jack Young?
Still going though, isn't he? Won't put Young off.
No, it won't. And they'll have been, playing this game out abroad last year at the end of the season, as we mentioned. But Coates will dearly love to bag a double here at Brands Hatch. But one thing's for sure, that youngster is going to make it work all the way to the end of the season. So Coates still in P2. Jack Young is our race leader at the moment, 17 years of age from Belfast. Was Clio Junior champion. There was a short campaign, wasn't there, for Clio Junior, so he got to grips with the cars pretty well, and was a Super 1 cadet champion, but Super 1 championship, of course. How many thousands of karts enter that? That's a tough one to win.
It certainly is, and everyone remembers him for being really quick in karts. And then he went away and did his exams, and look at this now, Davison, Edwards having a good battle now for 4th position. Can Davis put the pressure on Edwards, or she got this one covered? It'd be great for her to get a result, but also good for Davis, who's come back now. He's done a few selected rounds in the past. I remember him doing Silverstone a few years back, and now hopefully doing a full campaign in that great looking car that MOM are running.
You have to be careful because he's a lawyer, so you've got to be very careful what you say about him, Davis. He's a good lad, though. Great character. So many characters, as we said, in this championship. He's chasing Jade Edwards at the moment, and Jade holding on. The Edwards name, of course, has been synonymous with Renault Racing for many, many years, and it's appropriate that we've got Jade in the championship for this final season. But Davis really taking the race through at the moment, having a very good time. He's covered going down into Graham Hill Bend by Jade Edwards, so she will hang on to 4th position. Davis is still there.
He's going to have the run on her now, though, because she went on a tighter line, but she's had it covered well. She's got to leave enough space as they turn into Surtees, so she needs to defend, but not defend too early, because she's going to compromise her exits. So as you can see, Davis going for a wider line. Edwards got this one covered once again. Davis needs to try and get on the power before her to give the run and get the slipstream coming down the straight, ready to make a move into the next corner. You've always got a plan ahead, always got to plan your moves, maybe 2 corners before you actually get to them.
Good race between these two, and it's going to be, if she can maintain it, another step higher up her career best. The 4th position, 5th being her best in the previous race. Davis having a very good race as well. Goes wide here, he's going to get momentum as they climb up Halewood's in towards Druids. But that outside line is going to be difficult for him. Jade's got the inside racing line covered, hangs on to 4th position, still young out front. Still Max Coates with the fastest lap as we watch the battle for 4th position. Brett Lindsay we've seen very little of. He's still running in 3rd place, and he's on for a good podium here. But this has been a cracking scrap between these two. Here comes the 21 car again. Davis having another look, but on the run down towards the checkered flag, it's going to be Jack Young who's pulled clear here of Max Coates in the final stages to take round 2 of the championship. Coates in 2nd. Brett Lindsay will take 3rd place. Here is the battle for 4th position. Out of Clark Curve now. 4th position looks like it's going to go to Jade Edwards in the number 9 car, and Jade pedals it up towards the checkered flag, takes 4th with Ben Davis in 5th.
Great effort from Jade there to get 4th and a 5th at the opening round. She deserves that after all the work she's put in over the last few years. The car's looking great. Her hand's out the window there. She's thanking all the marshals and everyone who's turned up to support her. And on board again with Hamilton, who obviously had his nightmare at the start of the race, before the race even started.
Yeah.
But got back and he finished the race, got some laps under his belt, and gets some more experience.
Around the outside, heading them here clearly from Max Coates. Lindsay gets it all sideways. That was a very quick decision made by the race officials. He has got the move through, across the line and into 3rd place goes Brett Lindsay. He's a little bit of a disadvantage. Thompson has got a problem. Smashed out. Edwards passed. Through 2 goes Ben Davis. Jack Young, they're side by side. Here we come into Paddock Hill Bend. Coates is on the outside. Young on the inside has got the line. Coates is going to go back. It's going to be Jack Young who's pulled clear here of Max Coates in the final stages to take round 2 of the championship.
Pressure from Max sort of got to me a wee bit, but when he was coming around the outside, I just tried my best to squeeze him, but don't tell the clock of the course that. But no, we managed to keep him behind and hold the gap, and worked out well.
We're getting there now with trying to get double pole, a win in a second. So yeah, just need to notch off a double pole and a double win now. So we're getting closer.
Yes, one step at a time. You had some cracking runs on the main straights to try and get around the outside, but it just seemed like he could carry just enough speed into paddock.
Yeah, he dropped a wheel on the outside of clearways, and that got me the run. Chopped me off on the run on the inside, so I had to switch and go outside, and then I fully expected to try and do the switch back, but yeah, Jack just managed to fend that off, and it wasn't to be. So yeah, second's definitely a good result.
At the start, obviously, with the 2 safety cars coming out, it was airy, and I went sideways at paddock at turn 1, lap 1, so that dropped me right back. So I was determined to get back where I started, and we managed to pull it through with the restart, the safety car and that, so really pleased.
Although Young took the checkered flag ahead of Coates, officials later applied a 1-second time penalty to his race time for having contravened the regulations during the safety car period, and this demoted him to second, making Max Coates the winner. Brett Lidsey was third from Jade Edwards and Ben Davis, Anton Spires in 6th, 7th was Aaron Thompson ahead of Ethan Hamilton and Luke Waugh, and there were non-finishes, sadly, for Ben Colburn and Finlay Robinson. The championship table as we head to Donington Park sees Max Coates with an 11-point advantage over Jack Young. Brett Lidsey is third, Jade Edwards 4th ahead of Ethan Hamilton, Ben Davis in 6th, then Aaron Thompson, Anton Spires 8th ahead of Luke Waugh, with Finlay Robinson in 10th.
Well, that's the end of our second programme here on Motorsport UK at Brands Hatch, the opening event of the season. Please join us next time racing from the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup and round 3 of the F4 British Championship. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.